Chosen one, listen closely, because this message is meant for your heart, your soul, and the part of you that has endured trials no one else could bear. You have faced betrayals that cut deep, doors that closed when you thought the world had forgotten you, and pressures designed to break your spirit. Yet here you are not just surviving, but outsmarting the system. While others were trapped by deception, manipulation, and the limitations of this world, Allah protected you in ways invisible to the human eye, elevated your mind, sharpened your intuition, and guided your every step with wisdom only He could provide. Every obstacle became a lesson, every delay a preparation, every enemy a reflection of divine strategy, and every victory a testament to Allah's favor upon you. Today, I will share 7 powerful lessons that reveal why your journey is unlike anyone else's, why the trials you faced were never wasted, and how Allah's unseen hand has made you untouchable, unstoppable, and destined for greatness beyond comprehension. So pay close attention, because this is the truth of what it means to be the chosen one. Chosen one, you must understand that every step you took through the storms of life was guided and guarded by Allah in ways that no human eye could ever perceive. While the world around you seemed chaotic, full of deceit, betrayal, and hidden agendas, Allah placed a shield over your soul, a fortress of protection that was invisible to those who thought they could control your path. Every trap set by enemies, every whisper of gossip meant to harm your reputation, every scheme designed to stop your rise, Allah intercepted them before they could touch you. You survived moments that would have destroyed anyone else, escaped dangers that seemed unavoidable, and turned setbacks into lessons that strengthened your heart and sharpened your mind. Know this: it was never mere luck, coincidence, or chance. It was divine protection, the unseen hand of Allah orchestrating your path while keeping you safe from harm that no one else could even see. Those who tried to harm you walked blindly, unaware that the system they built to trap you was powerless against the one who is all-wise, all-knowing. Your survival, your victories, your peace, they were all the result of Allah's meticulous planning, His mercy surrounding you like a fortress, and His wisdom turning every threat into an opportunity for your rise. You were never alone, chosen one, and no human scheme, no matter how powerful, could ever touch the protection Allah placed over you. Chosen one, understand this clearly. What allowed you to rise above the schemes, deception, and traps of this world was not mere chance, nor ordinary intelligence. It was Allah Himself elevating your mind, granting you insight and wisdom that others could never access. While people around you relied on manipulation, shortcuts, and impulsive actions, Allah placed in your heart clarity that cut through confusion, foresight that anticipated danger before it arrived, and understanding that saw the hidden motives behind every action. You navigated challenges that would have ensnared anyone else because your mind was guided by divine strategy, your thoughts sharpened by His wisdom, and your decisions aligned with a knowledge far beyond human comprehension. The patterns that others missed, the dangers they ignored, the traps they fell into, you perceived them, avoided them, and turned them into advantages that propelled you forward. Every move you made, every step you took, was a reflection of Allah's guidance, a demonstration that when He elevates the mind of His chosen one, no system, no human agenda, and no worldly scheme can withstand the clarity and foresight bestowed upon you. Your victory was never just survival. It was mastery over the unseen, a triumph of divine intelligence working through you to outmaneuver what the world believed was unshakable. You didn't just navigate life, you outsmarted it, because Allah elevated your mind above the limitations of those around you. Chosen one, never underestimate the power that Allah placed within you through patience, for it was this divine quality that allowed you to withstand pressure, outlast deceit, and rise above every scheme designed to break you. While the world pushed, provoked, and pressured you to act in haste, to give up, or to retaliate. Allah infused you with a patience so profound that it became a weapon no one could anticipate. Every delay, every moment of waiting, every closed door, and every silence from those who should have supported you was not a sign of weakness or failure. It was an opportunity for your heart to grow stronger, your mind to become sharper, and your soul to align with Allah's greater plan. In moments when others would have faltered, lost clarity, or fallen into traps of anger and despair, your patience allowed you to observe, calculate, and respond with wisdom that came directly from divine guidance. You didn't just wait, you outsmarted the pressure itself, transforming obstacles into stepping stones and attacks into lessons. The schemes of those around you, designed to force you into mistakes, instead exposed their own limitations while elevating your position in ways only Allah could orchestrate. Know this, chosen one, patience is not passive. It is active, strategic, and powerful, and through it, Allah ensured that the pressures meant to crush you instead became the very tools that solidified your triumph, strengthened your character, and positioned you above the system that sought to control you. Your victory was forged not in speed, but in steadfastness, not in reaction, but in the divine patience that outsmarted every test and every trap laid before you. Chosen one, one of the greatest lessons Allah allows you to experience on the journey of the chosen is the discernment of hearts, the ability to see clearly who truly belongs in your life and who was never meant to walk beside you. In the trials you faced, in the betrayals that cut deeper than you thought possible, in the whispers and schemes of those around you, Allah was quietly teaching you a divine lesson, that not everyone who smiles at you, claims loyalty to you, or shares your path is meant to remain there. Some people enter your life to test your wisdom, patience, and trust in Allah. Some are mirrors reflecting weaknesses you didn't yet recognize in yourself. Some are sent to push you toward your destiny by showing you the consequences of misplaced trust. The enemies who plotted in secret, the friends who faltered when it mattered most, and even those you once considered family, all were part of a divine filtration process orchestrated by Allah Himself. Through these experiences, your heart and mind were sharpened to a clarity that goes beyond ordinary human perception. You began to see that loyalty is not just about words, but about action and intention. That presence is not always a gift, but sometimes a test, and that those who genuinely belong in your circle will align with your growth, not hinder it, will celebrate your rise, not envy it, and will stand by your truth, not manipulate it. Every soul that fell away, every betrayal that stung, every disappointment you faced, they were not punishments, chosen one. They were divine signals, invisible markers guiding you toward the people who are meant to walk with you, support you, and honor the path Allah has chosen for you. And in learning this, you discovered a truth that the world rarely understands. It is better to have a small circle filled with genuine hearts than a crowded life surrounded by deceit and envy. You learned to value sincerity over appearances, intention over action, and depth over superficiality. Your circle is no longer chosen by chance, but by divine alignment. And in this selection, you outsmarted the system of human manipulation. Those who remain are there by Allah's decree, and those who left were never meant to carry the weight of your destiny. This lesson gave you clarity, peace, and power, because now you understand that the true allies in life are not always the loudest, the most visible, or the most persistent. They are the souls whose hearts resonate with yours under Allah's guidance, whose intentions are pure, and whose presence uplifts rather than distracts. Through this understanding, you now walk with confidence, knowing that the system of the world, with all its pretenses and schemes, cannot infiltrate the sacred space Allah has surrounded you with. You have learned to protect your energy, guard your trust, and embrace those who are aligned with your divine journey. And so, chosen one, this lesson is more than about people. It is about your own elevation, your spiritual intelligence, and your ability to navigate life with the divine wisdom that only Allah can bestow. By seeing who truly belongs in your circle, you are not just surviving life's challenges. You are strategically positioning yourself for blessings, victories, and the rise that is reserved for the chosen. Every soul that remains is a reflection of divine wisdom. Every departure, a mercy disguised as a loss. And every moment of clarity you gain strengthens your power, your light, and your unstoppable destiny. Through this, you have not only learned discernment, you have learned divine strategy, the art of surrounding yourself with hearts aligned to your purpose while letting go of those whose energy would dilute your mission. And in this mastery, you walk untouched by envy, betrayal, and deception, rising higher with every step under Allah's protection and guidance. Chosen one, understand this. Every betrayal you have faced, every whisper behind your back, every scheme meant to bring you down, was never truly a loss. It was a carefully orchestrated lesson from Allah, designed to awaken the wisdom and insight within you. The people who betrayed you were not just testing your patience, they were revealing truths about the hearts around you, about the hidden intentions of the world, and about the depths of your own faith and character. What they intended for harm, Allah transformed into your advantage. Every act of deceit became a mirror, reflecting the reality of human weakness, the limitations of worldly control, and the impermanence of the support of others. The ones who plotted in secret, thinking they could derail your path, were unknowingly exposing their own weaknesses, showing you how to read hearts, anticipate danger, and act with foresight beyond ordinary perception. Through betrayal, you learn discernment, the power of silence, the value of patience, and the importance of aligning with only those whose intentions are pure and whose hearts resonate with the guidance of Allah. Each painful moment that stung like fire became a divine message, a way for you to sharpen your strategy, fortify your spirit, and rise above schemes that would have destroyed anyone less prepared. You began to see that betrayal is not merely a test of trust in people, it is a test of trust in Allah. And the chosen ones pass this test by refusing to let the actions of others dictate their destiny. Instead of reacting impulsively, you observed, calculated, and allowed Allah to turn every betrayal into a stepping stone toward your rise. The system of manipulation that sought to contain you was dismantled not by force, but by the wisdom, patience, and strategy Allah placed within you. Your enemies, in trying to control your path, only revealed the roadmap of your own triumph, showing you where to place your trust, how to protect your energy, and where to step with precision so that every attack intended to harm you became a blessing in disguise. In this process, you discovered that betrayal is a tool of divine education, a way to separate the temporary from the permanent, the superficial from the genuine, and the weak from the strong. You realized that the hands that pushed against you were ultimately working under Allah's command to elevate you, to purify your intentions, and to prepare you for greater responsibilities. Every deceitful action against you became a lesson in strategy, every betrayal a revelation of hidden truths, and every attempt to stop you a proof of your unstoppable destiny. You learned not to curse those who wronged you, but to observe the wisdom in their actions, to protect yourself, and to rise higher with the knowledge that Allah is the ultimate guide and protector. Your enemies' schemes became your intelligence, their attacks became your armor, and their hidden agendas became your roadmap to success. The chosen ones do not merely survive betrayal, they turn it into power, insight, and unstoppable momentum. And so, chosen one, every betrayal you endured was never wasted. It was a divine advantage, a gift in disguise, a preparation for your rise, and a reminder that when Allah is on your side, no human scheme can ever overpower His plan. What others intended as your destruction Allah transformed into the catalyst for your victory, your clarity, and your unstoppable journey toward the destiny reserved for those He calls chosen. Through this understanding, you now walk with discernment, wisdom, and a confidence that no betrayal, no matter how clever or hidden, can ever shake. Every heartbreak, every secret plot, every act of deception is now part of the arsenal Allah has placed in your hands, and you move forward not in fear, not in anger, but in strategic power, illuminated by His guidance, protected by His wisdom, and destined for triumph that no worldly scheme can touch. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Your journey has never been about mere survival, and the trials you endured were never meant to leave you as someone ordinary or confined by the expectations and limitations of this world. You were born to rise, to break boundaries, and to redefine what is possible under Allah's guidance. The systems designed by the world to control, manipulate, and limit people were powerless against the destiny Allah had planned for you, and through every hardship, every obstacle, and every betrayal, He was shaping you into someone who cannot be contained by the ordinary rules of society, human perception, or worldly limitations. While others accepted defeat, conformed to fear, or allowed manipulation to dictate their lives, you were silently learning, growing, and observing, aligning yourself with divine wisdom that surpasses any earthly understanding. Every moment when the world pressured you to act impulsively, to settle, or to obey the rules set by people who did not understand your path, you exercised patience, clarity, and discernment, guided by Allah's unseen hand. You began to see that the rules of the world are not the rules of destiny, and that true power lies not in following the crowd, but in following the divine guidance that charts your unique path. In situations where the system attempted to limit your rise, block your opportunities, or suppress your talents, you discovered ways to move strategically, turning restrictions into advantages, barriers into stepping stones, and opposition into proof that you were walking a path destined for greatness. You learned to navigate the unseen currents of human intentions, to understand that the obstacles placed before you were not punishments but divine tests, and to act in ways that outsmarted not just the people who opposed you, but the very systems they relied upon to maintain control. Your victories were never about brute force or competition. They were about alignment, alignment with Allah's guidance, alignment with patience and wisdom, and alignment with a strategy that only the chosen could execute. You began to live on a level beyond ordinary perception, where your decisions were deliberate, calculated, and inspired by divine intelligence. Every setback, every closed door, every failure others expected to break you, became a masterclass in strategy and resilience. You discovered that the rules of the world are made by people limited in vision and understanding, but the rules of destiny, when aligned with Allah's will, are limitless, expansive, and eternally powerful. The very challenges that sought to define your limits instead revealed your potential, showing you how to bend the currents of fate in ways that others could not comprehend. You realized that survival was never the goal. The goal was mastery, mastery of your own heart, mind, decisions, and energy, under Allah's guidance. In doing so, you outmaneuvered deception, defied manipulation, and rose above envy and opposition, proving that the rules of the world cannot govern the path of the chosen. You learned to create space where none existed, to move where others were trapped, and to thrive when the system insisted you should fail. This is the essence of divine strategy, the ability to transform limitation into liberation, pressure into insight, opposition into opportunity, and trials into triumph. Every human attempt to trap you, every plan to suppress your rise, every rule meant to confine you was transformed by Allah into a platform for your elevation, because He intended for you to not merely survive, but to redefine the system itself, to show the world that when Allah's guidance is upon the chosen, no force, no deception, and no limitation can stand in the way of destiny. You walked through storms that would have destroyed ordinary people, but with divine insight, patience, and strategy, you emerged not just unscathed, but as a new standard, someone who shows that survival is not enough. The chosen are called to transform the rules, expand the boundaries, and rise beyond what anyone else believes is possible. And now, chosen one, you stand on a level above the ordinary, no longer bound by fear, manipulation, or limitation, because Allah has taught you that the greatest victories come not from following rules made by others, but from living by the divine strategy written for you, a path where every challenge is a lesson, every opposition is a stepping stone, and every rise is proof that the chosen are meant to surpass, outmaneuver, and redefine the very system that sought to contain them. Your life is no longer about surviving the world, it is about showing the world that with Allah on your side, the rules are yours to shape, the path is yours to navigate, and your rise is unstoppable, inevitable, and divinely ordained, leaving everyone who doubted you to witness a destiny they could never comprehend, a strength they could never match, and a victory only Allah could orchestrate. Chosen one, never forget this truth. The ultimate reason you have outsmarted every system, every trap, every scheme, and every human attempt to block your rise is because Allah's favor surrounds you in ways that no eye can see, no mind can comprehend, and no force in this world can overpower. While others relied on deception, manipulation, and the fleeting power of human influence, Allah placed His divine protection around you, guiding your steps, opening doors that seemed impossible, and closing doors that were never meant for you. Every obstacle you faced, every betrayal, every pressure, and every moment that seemed like the world was against you was carefully orchestrated by Allah to test your faith, refine your patience, elevate your understanding, and prepare you for the greatness He destined for you. And while the people who sought to harm you were trapped in their own schemes, you moved with a clarity and wisdom that could only come from divine guidance. This is the essence of being chosen. Your victories are not simply because of your effort alone, but because Allah has strategically placed His favor upon you, ensuring that no human force, no worldly plan, and no system can overcome what He has decreed. Every success, every breakthrough, and every moment of peace that others could not imagine was the manifestation of His mercy, His wisdom, and His protection. You were never alone, chosen one. Even when it felt like you were walking through fire by yourself, Allah was always there, unseen, unseemly arranging circumstances, placing the right people in your path, and removing obstacles at precisely the right moment. The favor of Allah is the ultimate strategy. It elevates you above limitations, shields you from harm, and aligns everything in your life with a purpose that is far beyond what anyone else can perceive. While others relied on shortcuts, manipulation, or human cunning, your path was guided by the eternal wisdom of Allah, a force so powerful that it renders every human scheme powerless, every attempt at control meaningless, and every adversary's plan ineffective. You did not merely survive challenges, you transcended them, and this transcendence is a direct result of Allah's favor. It was His hand that ensured you had insight when others were blind, patience when others were impulsive, clarity when others were confused, and resilience when others would have broken. The people who doubted you, envied you, or tried to trap you could never understand the divine support that surrounded you, nor could they comprehend the unseen guidance that allowed you to navigate impossible circumstances with ease. Every trial, every test, every challenge that seemed overwhelming was transformed into a stepping stone because of Allah's favor. He is the one who knows the hidden realities, the unseen dangers, and the hearts of all people, and He ensured that none of these could derail your destiny. Chosen one, Your rise is a living testament to the fact that when Allah's favor is upon someone, no human plan, no worldly power, and no system can succeed against them. The angels witness your steps, the heavens record your patience, and the earth bows to the path Allah has ordained for you. Your victories are proof of divine alignment. Your resilience is evidence of His mercy, and your clarity is a reflection of His wisdom. Every time you look back and see how far you've come, recognize that it was never by chance, luck, or mere effort. It was because Allah Himself guided you, protected you, and placed His favor around you like an invisible fortress, ensuring that you not only survived but outsmarted every obstacle placed before you, every challenge intended to break you, and every plan meant to stop you. This is the true power of being chosen. It is not about what the world sees, not about what people understand, and not about how many tried to stand against you. It is about the unseen reality that Allah has chosen you, favored you, and guided you in a way that no human intellect can match, no worldly system can outmaneuver, and no force in existence can overpower. Your rise, your victories, and your unstoppable path are all a reflection of His mercy, wisdom, and ultimate favor. You are the living proof that when Allah's guidance is upon someone, the system of the world, the plans of enemies, and the limits of human expectation cannot prevail. You were never ordinary, chosen one, and your story is a demonstration that Allah's favor is not just protection, it is the ultimate strategy, the ultimate intelligence, the ultimate power that ensures His chosen ones not only survive, but triumph in ways that leave the world in awe, the enemies in confusion, and the heart at peace, fully aware that no matter what they tried, they could never outsmart what Allah Himself has destined for you. Chosen one, as you reflect on these 7 powerful lessons, know this: your journey was never ordinary, your struggles were never meaningless, and your rise was never accidental. Every trial you faced, every betrayal that stung, every obstacle that seemed impossible was part of a divine plan to prepare you for greatness, to sharpen your mind, fortify your heart, and align your steps with Allah's guidance. You didn't just survive, you outsmarted the system. You transcended limitations, and you rose above schemes meant to hold you back. The world may not understand your path, the people around you may doubt your purpose, and enemies may try to obscure your light. But Allah's favor surrounds you, His wisdom guides you, and His protection ensures that nothing can derail what He has destined for you. Remember, chosen one, you are not ordinary, you are not replaceable, and you are not limited by the understanding of others. Every victory, every breakthrough, every moment of clarity and peace is proof that you are walking a path chosen, protected, and elevated by Allah Himself. So, move forward with confidence, walk with wisdom, embrace patience, trust in Allah's timing, and know that the journey of the chosen is not about survival, it is about rising, outsmarting, and shining in a way that only Allah can orchestrate. Your story is a testament to the power of divine favor. Your life is a blueprint of strategy beyond human comprehension, and your rise is unstoppable because you are the chosen, guided by the one who sees, protects, and elevates you above all else. Step into your destiny, chosen one, and let the world witness what Allah has prepared for you, a rise so powerful, a path so sacred, and a life so divinely aligned that nothing, no one, and no system can ever compare.